velkommen til Forum i dag. Denne sendingen en spesialsending med Victor og Anna Thomsen. Victor vil fortelle i flere ulike program om de 10 tapte Israels stammer. For det bare Juda og Benjamins stamme som kjent i dag, i tillegg til en rest av Levis stamme. For levitterne, de hadde ikke land, og derfor og dyrket de ikke jorda, men var altså presteskap og spredd imellom de andre stammene. Noen i Nordrike og andre i Sørrike, og i Sørrike sammen med Juda og Benjamin. Og der hadde de altså en rest som gjør at de kan spore sin opprinnelse i dag, også Levis stamme. Israelitterne har et navn jøde fra Judas stamme, som altså var en del av Sørrike, der jødeland alltid har vært. Og derfor vet vi at jødene urbefolkningen i det moderne Israel, på tross av at de har vært spredd blant folkeslagene. Victor Thomsen har studert dette i et langt liv som bibelskolelærer med professortitel på en kjempestor bibelskole i Texas. Og han har samlet veldig masse informasjon på basis av kultur og språk, navn, tro og lignende. Så det veldig spennende stoff. Til sammen 5 program om de 10 stammene skal det bli. Og de blir sendt i løpet av sommeren. Og du kan nå som helst finne et slikt program på Forum i dag på YouTube, hvis du har gått glipp av noe eller savnet sammenheng. Men helt sommerferie har ikke Finale og meg tatt, så innimellom så får du litt mer vanlige Forum i dag, sånn som det pleier å være, et skråblikk, en alternativ forklaring på det som skjer i verden. God sommer, og Gud velsigne deg.
Hei igjen, og velkommen til et nytt program innen Forum i dag med spesialsending der vi har de 10 tapte stammene med Dr. Carol Victor Thompson, og vi gir ordet direkte til han, for vi har mye som skal dekkes. Welcome, Dr. Thompson. Will you lead us into the 10 last tribes of Israel?
Yes, let's jump in where we left off, shall we?
Yeah.
The Assyrian documents place the appearance of the 10 tribes on the shores of Lake Urmia, just south of Armenia. So this is over in the Zagros Mountains there in Iran. And it's a time of King Sargon, 722-705 BC, a date which closely corresponds to that of the first establishment of the group of Scythians. So we're seeing the parallel of Scythian and Israelite dispersions, okay? And so we have historians that are famous and well believed, documented. Tamara Talbot Rice's account goes like this. She knows that the Scythians were firmly established in South Russia by the 7th century BC, which is along the same time. The message of God to the 10 tribes of Israel in Jeremiah 3. Remember, we're going to send a letter to the 10 tribes, King Josiah and Jeremiah. It's actually God's idea to send a letter of reconciliation to his brothers that are been dispersed. And it indicates where they're located north of Jerusalem. The Scythians were also known as the Sakai, or the Saka, which is the Persian name for Isaac. Now, is this a coincidence? I think not. The Scythians' homeland is around the Black Sea.
Yeah.
And they have populated and burgeoned to great, great numbers, which is making the Assyrians very nervous now, okay?
They were nervous.
Yes, they're nervous now because there's such great numbers and have grown very strong. In the U.S., let me just say this, because the Sakar are the ones that went over the Black Sea to migrating into the northern parts, Scandinavia, and the northern parts of Europe, you know.
Okay.
So that's Manasseh, that's Naphtali, Ephraim, and Simeon.
Okay.
And so, in fact, in America, if you're white, you're called a Caucasian, and you have to sign up your color.
Yes.
Is Caucasian. They call you Caucasian.
They call you
because
Caucasian.
we came over the Caucasus Mountains.
Yes.
Okay, from Russia, or Iran, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so an early Scythian capital was named Sakis, which means city of Isaac. These are all proofs that the Scythians are the lost 10 tribes. Now, I'm going to give you all historians, Pliny, Herodias. I'm going to give all of these have something to say, which will, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let something be established. To those of you who are like, oh, that's not what I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay, so let me just finish with Talbot Rice's expansion on this.
Yeah.
Is that after proclaiming to the world the significance of the name of the Israelite patriarch Isaac to their history, this is what they are all now looking for, right? Is Isaac.
Yeah.
Roman history writer Pliny. Pliny's very famous. Stated the Scythians were descended from slaves. Well, there it is. These accounts reveal strong linkages between the Sakai Scythians and the Israelites, who were slaves for 400 years in Egypt, and now are enslaved to the Assyrians. So Isaac, they named these Saka, Isaac, to their history. Roman historian writer Pliny stated the Scythians were descended from slaves. These accounts reveal strong linkages between Israel and the Scythians. The Saka were indeed descended from Israelite slaves in Egypt. Herodias was a Greek historian, a very famous one that is that everybody uses. Now, I want you to notice something. There's 2 rivers here. You see in between the rivers?
Yeah.
And you see this chariot, one horse with 4 warriors. You got 1 driver.
Yeah.
And you've got 3 men with, as you see the round, that's their
Shoulder.
no, that's their shields.
Shield, yeah.
And they all have bows and arrows. So this thing comes flying at you with 3 shooters, arrows coming at you at a time.
Wow.
Bam, 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 bam.
So,
They're taking turns,
Yeah.
and then they have a way of protecting themselves with the shields.
Yeah.
This is something the Scythians
Did this.
put together.
Okay.
Herodias noted the presence of Saka in both the army of chariots and navy of the Persian monarch Xerxes, which marched against the Greeks circa 480 BC. So they joined the Assyrian at one time.
They did?
Yes, they did. But they grew so strong, you're going to find out they are the ones that brought Syria to its knees, the Scythians.
Wow.
And they give a lot of credit to Babylon, but the truth is the Scythians were the ones that were
the stronger ones.
Oh,
wow.
That were responsible for bringing Nineveh to its knees.
Yeah.
So notice that this is speaking of the Scythians between the 2 rivers here. Herodias recorded that the Scythians recoiled for using or keeping swine. I talked about that. This avoidance of swine flesh was in characteristic of Torah-based laws, Israelite dietary traits, and neither were they. They weren't even allowed to use them in sacrifices.
They were not.
No.
Okay.
And so it is. So they're still they're still keeping up with some of their customs, even though they got off into idolatry. Okay.
But, yeah.
And so the artwork. Let me get down in here. It is assumed by some. Google will lie to you. YouTube, it's atheistic driven. Don't believe everything you read. They say they come from Mongolia. Not true.
Okay.
There's nothing Mongolian in their graves. There's nothing Mongolian in their artwork. There's not Mongolian faces. They are Caucasian.
Yeah, they didn't look Mongolian.
Semite faces
because the
with
Mongolian
beards
has
and
a
hair.
special way of
I'm
look.
fixing to show you.
Yeah.
But here is what one would look like a warrior at that time. They always had the pointed hats there. The artwork of the Scythians was of Israelite and Phoenician origin.
Okay.
So that wasn't Mongol. That wasn't a Oriental type of artwork they did.
No.
Their artwork shows they came from the area of Samaria.
It shows that.
It shows that. Many of the Scythian tribes, I'll show you some of them, bore the names of Israelite tribes and tribal clans. The elite Scythian groups in the southern Russia identified Joseph with their ancestral god. They knew Joseph was their father, Manasseh, Ephraim.
Yes.
The problem is they not only called him their father, they worshipped him as a god.
Oh.
So they made
him a god.
Joseph a god coming up out of Egypt. Herodias, 5th century, as we're talking about. And here's the other one, Hippocrates. You hear a lot about this historian, 460 to 370 BC.
Yes.
Suggested also that they practiced circumcision on their males.
So all these are
they were
signs.
circumcised. These are signs. They are different from everybody in the Mesopotamia.
In the area.
Yes. So why are the Scythians practicing circumcision if they are not Israelite?
Right.
Okay? And we know how much Germanics and Celts love swine. Something happened along the way, amen?
Something.
And their beer.
Yeah.
But at this time, period, they are still recognizing some of the Jewish laws. The early Scythians were to move westward and become part of the Germanic speaking people, English, Scandinavians, Dutch, Frisians, and so forth.
Wow.
So if that's your background, this is where you're coming from. You're coming from the Saka tribes of Manasseh, Ephraim,
So
Naphtali, and Simeon.
Like Joseph's
I'm from
sons.
Naphtali,
We are from Joseph's sons.
Joseph's sons is Manasseh and
Ephraim. Yeah.
Ephraim. And if we're going to talk about that, he did the cross. He blessed them both and gave them the birthright. Reuben lost the birthright.
Yes.
He slept with his father's concubine.
Okay. So
now he's given the birthright to Joseph's sons
Instead.
in Egypt. And when he put his hand, he crossed his hands and put it on Ephraim, the younger one. We'll talk about that in a minute.
yeah.
From the Scythians emerged the part of the Celts, the Angles, and the Saxons. Now, Angles is what England is called after, the English.
Yes.
I speak English,
Yes.
named after the Angles, all right?
Right.
So the Jutes, the Celts, Jutes, Angles, and Saxons, the Frisians, the Scandinavians, and all the northern peoples, these were the Israelites, okay? And so this is where you get the Israelites. Here they are doing some kind of pagan ritual there by the river.
Yeah.
The Scythians were famous in the ancient world for their magnificent gold artwork. You know, the Jews are known for their artwork.
Yes, they are.
And it's gold.
Beautiful.
So there's a fascination with gold there. If the Scythians originate in Central Asia, their self-portrayals would show Scythians as Mongol-oriented features. Not at all.
Not at all.
Not Oriental, nothing.
Okay.
On their artwork is Mongolian.
Interesting.
No, not at all. In fact, they may have gone into Mongolia to fight,
Yeah.
but they're not from there. They came up from Samaria. So here, they're all bearded, long-haired, just like the Celts and the Germanics. Theological and ecclesiastical literature, the biblical, uniformly depicts Scythian men, women, and youth as Caucasian or Semitic individuals. Look at this.
Yeah.
See the hat and see the beards and
that's
the hair.
them.
See that long hair? It's long and straight.
So it looks like
They're not African. They're not
Asian.
They're not Asian.
No.
Let's see here. Where was I? Depicts Scythian men, women, and youth as Caucasian or Semitic individuals. The Scythians were hardly wild barbarians from Central Asia.
Okay.
And so, like Israelites of old, they were skilled in agriculture, who not only tended herds of flocks of livestock, as they did, but they also grew crops, displaying Hebrew agriculture and technique farming that the Israelites, a certain technique that Israel had that nobody else had for farming. They're still like that today. And therefore, the Scythian artwork, their physical appearances, and other aspects of their culture show that the Scythians migrated to their Black Sea Russian steppes there from South Samaria, or Northern Samaria, I should say, regions of the South, and not from more northern recesses of Central Asia or Siberia. The dress was similar, and we talked about that already.
Yes.
The Apostle Paul confirms. Now, Paul took it got upset because the Romans called his brothers, Israelites,
Yeah.
barbarians.
Oh.
You and I found this out when we went to Italy.
Yeah.
It was funny because we were touring Italy,
Yes.
and the bus driver tour man
Yes.
kept referring to the barbarians who came in
Yes.
and sacked Rome,
Yes.
which were the Goths, which was the Celts, and it was actually the Germanics, Goths, and the tribes there from that were Scythian.
Yes. I remember he called them barbarians.
He called them barbarians, and I sat there and I looked around. I said, "Do you realize that everybody on this bus
It's a barbarian.
is what you're calling a barbarian? We're all Germanic or Celt, you know."
Very
and so,
good.
and I could tell he was shocked and surprised. All this time being a tour guide,
He didn't think
nobody ever brought that to his attention. That everybody, you're talking to the barbarians right now, you know. So, but Paul's offended by this. He's offended that Rome refers to them as barbarians.
Yeah, because
so he takes up an argument in Colossians 3:11.
Yes.
He lists a series of dichotomies in which he lists Scythians and barbarians as opposites.
Uh-huh.
The Scythians, my Israelite brothers are the opposite of barbarian, he says.
That's right.
You know? And so he's defending his Israelite brothers being called barbarians by the Romans.
Yeah.
That goes over most people's heads.
Yeah.
You know that? His account indicating the Scythians were civilized people dates to the 1st century AD. Well, my goodness. James' letter begins by, now his letter was addressed to the 12 tribes scattered abroad.
Okay.
So he's getting all the tribes. Dan was gone way before the invasions as well.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So all the tribes scattered abroad, that's where his letter went, James.
Yes.
So all the tribes that were scattered. And the book of Galatians was written to who?
To the Gauls,
The Gauls.
which are the Celts.
That's right. Which were the Cimmerians, Sumerians.
And from Ireland.
Yeah, and that's mixed with Dan. Dan is also in
And
Ireland.
Dan, the tribe of
And
Dan.
Jeremiah, we're going to talk about this, makes a trip to the tribe of Dan in Ireland because they're the only ones that are not under slavery
They're not under
at the
slavery.
time.
Okay.
And he brings them some special gifts.
Oh.
One being the pillow of Jacob
Oh.
that he named Bethel, which is now
Buried
used for coronations of kings in England.
in England.
And I got the pictures and all to show you.
Uh-huh.
There's a big white stone that belonged to Jacob that Jeremiah brought.
Yeah.
And it is called the coronation stone.
The
And they
coronation.
coronate every king sitting in that chair with that stone underneath them.
How interesting.
Yes, well, and I'll show it to you. But let's get on because I only got a little bit of time here. Let me just say this. The Celts, the Cimbri,
Yeah.
took the gospel to all of Europe.
They did.
Yes, they were. The book of Galatians was written to them. You foolish Galatians, Paul said.
Yeah.
Who has
Bewitched you.
you?
Yeah, he
they
said
had
that.
a real fascination with the dark side.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But they are responsible for bringing the
gospel.
The gospel. Even the Vikings came in
Yeah.
and came into Christianity by
them.
when they raided them, and took them. And those slaves that they took brought them into Christianity.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
That is very
Now
interesting.
we have found a skeleton that disproves the Mongol schemes of the atheist. All right?
Yeah.
Here we have a nice skeleton
Yeah.
of a man found in Mongolia.
Mongolia.
But this man is not Mongolian.
Oh.
No, this is a blonde-haired Nordic
Okay.
who has actually, in tracing the travels of the 12 tribes of Israel, in addition to historical evidence, Scythian burial grounds have indicated a connection between these peoples and those of Nordic ancestry.
Uh-huh.
This is a blonde-haired fellow right here.
Yeah.
For many years, this is my depiction of him. I'll
Yeah.
talk about that in a minute. For many years, scholars believed the Scythians were Mongols because groups of these nomadic people moved east, but they were migrating and warring. They would go east to war. And discovery of art and even frozen corpse of a Scythian warrior right here that I just showed you otherwise in July 2006, very recent.
Oh, yeah.
In the Altai Mountains of Mongolia near China.
20 years ago.
Well, this is when it's discovered. That's right.
Yeah.
These are recent discoveries.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Scientists made a rare find. German scientists who were part of the discovery team reported that the extremely well-preserved mummy, right there,
Yeah.
of a Scythian warrior was that of a 30 to 40-year-old man with blonde hair.
Huh. Yeah, DNA can tell that, right?
You sure can.
Huh.
And this is the Scythian dress. Usually they armored their horses.
Wow.
They used greater plumage than I show here. I mean, they used ridiculous plumage
On the
their
horse.
on war horses. And they were excellent. They could ride on the side, underneath the horse, on the side of the horse. They had a sling, and they would slide
Almost
into
like
that
the
sling.
Indians.
Yeah, and you would only see the horse running, and then they would shoot over the backs. Now, the Indians did this in
Yeah,
America.
exactly.
But I didn't know that the Scythians were doing this way before.
Way before.
Yes. And they had also a arrow that made a sound.
Okay.
Because they hollowed it out.
Really?
It looks like we're running out of time again.
Well,
Blonde
this is-
hair. We're going to talk about next time
yes.
why the blonde and red hair and dominating that. And we'll get into archaeological evidence
Yeah.
and the sons of Isaac. We're going to get into the
Tribes.
different tribes compared with in England and their coat of arms. Naphtali here with the stag, that's my family.
Okay.
This is the coat of arms with Judah the king, and there's David's harp. We're going to get into all of this, okay?
So
and here's my
exciting.
family, son
Yeah.
of Tom Thompson.
Yes.
And there's the stags, all the stags. It's pointing to
Wow.
Naphtali. We're going to get into a lot
We
of
are
stuff.
getting into so much interesting. Thank you, Dr. Thompson, for
Okay.
enlightening us for all this. Tusen takk til alle dere som så på. Vi altså tilbake med nye programmer, med mer studie. Tenk at vi har israelsk blod i årene, vi som bor i Norge. Det synes jeg veldig spennende. Og Dr. Thompson her, Victor Thompson, han har studert dette nøye. Og vi sier takk til han, og så ønsker vi dere en fin dag videre. Og vi snart tilbake med neste program, der vi fortsetter. Takk for nå.
Media i dag har altfor stor makt. Det gjør jo at tilliten blir svekket. Det gjør jo at man må jo da dobbeltsjekke fakta. Det jeg i hvert fall leser i Norge i dag, det stemmer med den virkeligheten jeg har opplevd. Israel jo, det vil jeg si, en oase i Midtøsten. Den hetsen de får av norsk media, synes jeg er fullstendig ufortjent. Der synes jeg Norge i dag er flink å få frem nyutvinninger, ny teknologi og sånne type ting, og skrive om det. Skrive om situasjoner på en nyansert måte. Det at Norge i dag tar opp abortkampen, og faktisk tør å ta det opp, selv om det er så politisk ukorrekt som går an til å få det, så det bare fryder meg at noen tør å kjempe den saken. Og Norge i dag tør å kjempe den saken. Og i tillegg med det, med de her lovene som kommer, avkristning i Norge, det at Norge i dag skriver om avkristning i Norge og kjemper for å stoppe avkristning i Norge, det må vi bare få enda mer av. Og jeg håper at Norge i dag greier å være med å samle Kristen-Norge. Sånn at vi ikke bare har de sitter på den haugen, og de sitter på den haugen, så har du forskjellige kristne organisasjoner som ikke kan samarbeide med hverandre på grunn av, nei, de tenker sånn, de tenker sånn. Nei, vi må sørge for å få samlet Kristen-Norge, sånn at vi kan, for sammen så kan vi være sterke. Og der synes jeg Norge i dag er på god vei å gjøre noe positivt. Altså, vi trenger kristne medier. Jeg personlig, jeg abonnerer på nettaviser. For jeg synes det er kjekt å kunne gå inn og klikke på noe annet enn de mainstream-mediene vi har i Norge. Ja, jeg vil si at for de som får tilbud om å prøve Norge i dag, så vil jeg absolutt si prøv Norge i dag. Det er verdt det. Da får du noe alternativt inn i stua, inn i hjemmet ditt.